Hey, Kajaria. How you doing, Kajaria? Good to see you. Well, I am here on tonight. That's good. Getting ready for round 15 tomorrow. Yep, getting ready for round 15 and um those of you who know what happened in my last chemo session. So it's like I got some things planned so that like when I go to this one tomorrow, um I got things to occupy my time. These last few chemo sessions that I've been to, and through, I guess, um, I haven't had anybody there with me, to be a distraction to what's going on around you and any of that stuff like that. So this time I got like a plan of distraction, even though I'm gonna have somebody with me tomorrow. So and I can always have somebody there with me at all times. It's just like during this time while I'm going through what I'm going through, I still don't want my kids to have like no regrets and stuff that they didn't live their life and everything. Um, Certain things that they want to do, I don't want them to necessarily, not like they putting their life on hold to do what I do, but like how sometimes you can have some things come up and people want you to do things with them. Me going through what I'm going through, I don't want to stop that, especially if I'm at this moment I'm capable of going to chemo um by myself, um and not having any issues with it, especially if I'm driving myself. Well, I won't be driving myself for probably a little bit because right now my car is broken down, which is a whole nother situation. So, and it was unexpected. So now I'm dealing with that. So at this moment, I definitely won't be going to chemo by myself, and I'm in a situation where I have to depend on other people for a little bit. And that's one of the things that I hate doing. And as much as I'll come on and say like I don't need somebody, I don't need this. In the moment, yeah, I do feel like I don't need anybody. I don't want to need anybody because I'm so used to it in my life. The moment you feel like you need somebody, um it's almost like they got something that they can hold over the top of your head or something like that. And I don't like that. I don't like that kind of feeling. Hello. Um, you go see your dentist about that. um, Life with Elise. Um, it didn't tell you who I was when I came in here, but anyways, I am Tashana. Better known as my channel is Life with Tashana. I hope your night is going good. Thank you, Corey. Is that the female version of Kanye West? Where is your Kim? I don't know what none of that is or whatever. Do your thing. Thank you, Christopher. Um, but yeah, I don't want to be. I don't like to feel like I'm in situations where like I owe somebody something in my adult life. I I don't like that feeling. So, but when it comes down to it, it's like in reality, I think everybody needs somebody um at some point, you know. Life Life with Elise is my YouTube channel. I kind of figured that. That's why I asked you. And then just to be honest with you, the way that you asked it was like, okay, not that it's, you can ask it, but it's just like, who is you? Yeah, so I kind of looked at it that way. I'm like, I'm sure you got a page. Do you want somebody to come in and just ask you like that right there? But it is what it is. I am Tashana. Hey Shakira, how are you? Um, LA night. Yeah, what? Hey LA, thank you for joining. Yeah, at least I'm just like, okay. So you have a page too. You have a channel too. And when people come over in my chat and stuff, I go over and I check their page out. If I enjoy the content, I definitely stay there. Um and sometimes the content just ain't for me. But I'll go over there. Auntie look like typical Bollywood movie villain. I don't even know what any of that means. But anyways, like I said, I'm preparing for tomorrow to go do my um chemo, and hopefully and prayerfully it's a good day. It's a good day. Gold Teeth Fire. Thank you very much. I don't know what everybody is like. I'm not so crazy about it. And right now, it's like due to my chemo, I'm starting to experience the thing is where like I feel like I'm starting to get like the sores in my mouth that they talk about or whatever. So being that I get to go to my doctor tomorrow, then I get to let that be checked out or whatever. And I think there's some kind of mouthwash or something that they give to you to help prevent that. So we gonna see about that. Omega Black, Mom, how are you? Everything is God. Um, everything is. I think you meant good, but everything is God is a statement all in itself. Prayers from Sudan. Thank you very much. Tenfold back to you. You are a fighter. JC, absolutely I am. I've been fighting my whole life, whether it's one thing or the other. And this one is no different. Actually, on today, I got up thinking somebody had went and watched one of my older videos and commented up under it, and it felt like you put something in. If you write something in your journal, you can always go back and open your journal up and read it, and you realize you ain't in the same place what you used to be. Well, somebody went and watched one of my videos and they made a comment up under, which made me go back and see what was this video. Played the video, and I just seen in the video that how sick I was at that moment and everything, and then to realize, regardless of everything that's going on right now, happening to me, and I'm still going through chemo, I ain't where I used to be, and I'm very, very grateful for that. Um, Kale Pectate of Nickel Magnesia mixed with Benadryl. Dang, Shakira, that sound like I'm gonna be in the clouds. But I know you know something about it because you going through it with your mom and stuff. So all my life I had to fight. All my life. Thank you, Gakoma. I think I said your name right. All my life. um, but gosh, what was I saying? Well, I went back and looked at it, and today is like, well, in the video, I didn't even have the energy. I couldn't even walk. I couldn't go outside, no any of that stuff. And I realized today it gave me an appreciation for where I am today. But hey Fish and Ray, hey Action, I used to watch your TV show in the 90s, Rock. Well, go back and watch it some more, Joe. Thank you, Triz. Um, Today, it feels like I'm one step away from catching a. If you ever had a Charlie horse in your thighs before, with every step I take, is that's kind of where my legs are right now. With every step you take, you feel like that next step is gonna make you have a Charlie horse or whatever. So, you know, I, you know, That's the best way I can explain as to how my legs feel. But anyways, with the way I seen that I was back there, hello, where I was back then at that point, I'm happy to be in the place that I am in today. Um, that video made me very, very thankful to go back and see the struggles that I was going through in that time. I wasn't even sure at that point. I was ready to give up on chemo and ready to not do anything else about it. It's just let whatever be, you know what I'm saying? So but at this time, like, I'm in a good place. So, and I can't necessarily say that like tomorrow what I experienced at last chemo. um and for those of you all who don't know, um I don't even like to put a name to it because I'm not really sure, but it's like other people explaining in the world as an empath. I only been hearing like people call me an empath like the past few months or whatever. I don't know no other name to say that it is, but to walk inside of a room of people just starting the process of going through chemo, and if you're a person that ever been through chemo before, or you have a family member that is going through chemo, got cancer, anything, just imagine like you first getting that news, because it's a very fast process that you go through. You can be diagnosed with cancer one day. Within 2 to 3 days from that, you'll be going to surgery to have a port put into your chest. From that day, them doing surgery and putting this port in your chest, you can be in chemo the very next day after the port is installed, for them to then access that port and pump chemo through your body. So it's a very fast process, and I can only imagine. When I first went in, it was like walking through it like a zombie. It's like you don't necessarily know what to do. So it's like you got a person that's there for you and helping you through this process. So it's like they taking you by the hand and leading you through it until you come to your own senses of, okay, this is how I want to do it, or until you've said your prayers. In my case, I walked through it and I let my family and my friends make my decisions for me. And then when I got to a certain point, I came to the realization of, um, God, I haven't even had a conversation with you. I haven't even asked you. Um, I haven't even asked you, is it okay for me to um go about this in this way? I had no idea what I was doing. But anyways, I made the steps that I made, and then I was able to go back to a place and pray about it. So now I'm in this room with two people that are just finding out this process, just had the port and everything installed. And so me sitting in this room that we all got access to each other, we all sitting in, I don't know, a lot of people have never experienced what it's like to go into a room where you're receiving chemo. It's like one big open room with a whole bunch of chairs, like a whole bunch of recliners, um in this one room, and everybody is just in there with everybody. But for me to go in there and there's two people that's sitting really close to me, and they going through this process, I began to feel what it is that they were feeling on that day. There's also two different ways that I can explain it. Maybe because I went through it the way that I went through it and I felt the way that I feel, then what I started experiencing was what I was what I experienced when I came through. But it didn't feel like it, just felt like I can feel what they were going through when I went, hey Dolly. Why is your thing? Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Um I just felt like I could feel everything that they were going through. Thank you again for those floating hearts, Dolly Bear. How are you anyways? Um, Wishing you a good health and positivity. My mother is unfortunately too weak to get chemo. Cancer is a nasty thing. Your daily jam, you are absolutely right. And it's so, the more people that you see come into that room, it's like, thank you so much for that membership, Dolly. The more people you see come in there, it's like, because when you go into chemo, you get to know like the people that's already in there. You at least get to know their faces or whatever. Um, and then every time you start to go there and you start to see new faces, it's like, what is going on in this world that all of these people are getting cancer? Like, what is it? I think they call that being an empath, feeling what others feel. Yeah, that's what I was saying, Shar. Thank you for coming in. Um, and okay, not only going back to the story, what happened in chemo the last time, I said there was two people that was around me that was just starting chemo on my last chemo session, which was two Mondays ago. So I had a 2 week break in between this chemo session, and now I'll have this chemo and I'll have chemo next week, and then so I do 2 weeks on and then 2 weeks off. That's how my sessions are going right now. So now, on top of these two people, and this stuff is happening in only a 15, maybe it wasn't even 15 minutes. I'm talking maybe a 10-minute span, but in my time, it seemed like everything was going in slow motion. So now I got these two people that's sitting real close proximity, and I'm hearing all of, you can hear everybody's information. If you ever go into one of those rooms, people have to constantly call out their full name, their date of birth to confirm that these bags of medication they bringing over to you is it belongs to you, and X, Y, and Z supposed to go this way. Thank you, Margarita. Tenfold back to you. Thank you. Um, they're constantly calling out things. So now these two people, I can hear the conversation. I know that they are new patients there because they're doing all of the paperwork and everything, signing the consent forms and all of that stuff. So right, while this stuff is happening, remember this is a small window of time and this happening. This one guy starts to call out and say, I'm going out. I'm going out. I'm losing it. I'm losing it. And I look over there at him, and then all of a sudden you see this big commotion. And you have to remember, prior to me getting on this new chemo, I was in the hospital every single week. So I know when a nurse come running over to you, if there's an emergency. And this man is saying, I'm losing it, I'm losing it, I'm losing it. And the next thing you know, there's silence. Boom, he's out. Those recliner chairs, they flip, they lay back, but they also will put you in a position where your feet are like up in the air. So now this guy is out, and now I'm already trying to stop the tears from flowing from the two people who I know is coming into this situation that is like crazy in itself. And one of the girls, I looked at her and she looked like she may be, hey Dakota, she looked like she may be in her 20s, which really, like, I got kids that is her age, that look her age, and it's like my heart is breaking for this girl. I'm like, oh my God, because of all the things that I've been through. Um, so I'm just like, his chair flips back, and I'm there, and I'm like trying to, like, tears will fall or whatever, and I'm like wiping them away because I don't want no attention or no nothing. I just want to sit there, and I don't want anybody to know that I'm going through what I'm going through at this moment. And I just want to like make it through, right? So now this man's chair is flipped back. Now there is a person, a woman that's sitting directly across from him. Now she done went out. And once she goes out, and now all of the nurses are over there and her chairs are flipped back and everything. Now there's commotion everywhere. There's nurses all over the floor, which is, you'll see nurses walking around a little bit at a time, but you don't never see this many nurses. It's like 18 nurses out and walking around inside of this place trying to take care of these two people. And when I had that one episode where people were around me like that, I was on my way. The ambulance was on its way to pick me up from the chemo center. And it's like, for me, that's like it's almost like the walk of shame. But it really isn't the walk of shame. That's just the way, like, I feel about myself. It's like, this is so freaking embarrassing. I can't get, in my mind, I think like that because of, I think of where I come from. But, I'm ultimately end up in the right places. Like, girl, it ain't like you really wanted to go and you really wanted to go to the hospital, but all of that attention being put on one place. But anyways, once that last situation happened, I could not do it anymore. So there is a short of me where you'll see me, and I got the cover over my head because I'm trying to hide the fact that I'm crying. But of course, in the middle of it, the nurses are getting ready to change my chemo, put another bag onto my chemo. And so now she has to ask me, what is your name or whatever? And of course the tears are flowing. I'm under that cover crying. And I don't want them to know. And so so she said to me, she said, Tashana, are you okay? And I've learned in life that you ever, somebody ask you how you doing today and you be like, oh, I'm all right, but you really ain't all right. I start to look at that as, even if you tell somebody you're okay and you're really not. Hey, Jay, my white crayon. How you doing, Jenny? How are you, girl? I start to look at that as, you're really not telling the truth. And sometimes people ask that question and they don't really care. They don't really care how you feeling or whatever. It's just what people normally say. So I make people regret. If you ask me how I'm doing, how I really feel is what you're going to get if you ask me how I'm doing on that day. So when she asked me, Tashana, are you okay? And I said to her, I'm trying to be. And she asked me, she said, well, what's going on? And I just told her, for whatever reason, and even right now, I'm just even talking about it, I can almost feel like tears coming to my eyes, just even thinking about it. Same to you, Jenny. Without God, you are nothing. Come on, Jared Fisher, type that one more time. Type that one more time. You're absolutely right. So when she asked me that, I told, I just explained. She was like, what's going on? And I was like, they try to stay on top of all they patients and everything. So when I said to her, it's like, you already fighting tears back or whatever. And so it's like, I'm trying to say to her, and I was just like, I'm having a hard time with what's happening in the room right now. And because I guess she could feel my heart or whatever, and she was like, oh my gosh, so you have compassion for these other people in here. And it's just like, for me, it's like almost like it's okay for me to be going through what I'm going through, but I don't want to see nobody else going through the thing that I'm going through. It's, I guess, if I'm making sense or whatever, so now the nurse is asking me, and she starts crying because I'm crying. So now she got to get off the floor. And now it's 3 other nurses that come over to me. And I guess, she done already gave them my story so that they can, take their deep breaths and take care of me instead of me feeling sorry that they cry. I mean, it was a whole bunch of stuff. And so I just don't want to, I like having compassion for people or whatever, but I don't want it. I'm not a person like, say when I went there, for me in the moment, it's okay to feel compassion for the person. But what I have a hard time doing is leaving it there. See, I came home with it and wasn't able to let it go for almost 2 weeks. And that in itself does something. Having cancer already is enough. But for you to pick up somebody else's stuff and then tote that too can be an extra heavy burden. And that's what, and even though like I'm sitting there and I'm like, access denied, access denied. No, 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 no. We went further, further, further. And it was like the more I was trying to push it away, it was like the worse it was getting. It was like I needed to get up out of there and run. But imagine you getting up and running out of there with an IV or with an IV attached to you, and you rolling down the hallway with this IV bag trying to run up out of there because of what's going on in the room. So I just don't I don't want that experience. And I don't know if you can be like, I want to have a great day and keep on that day. You know, you have to make the best of whatever situation you in at that time. So I'm saying I want to have a great day at chemo. I don't mind being in situations where um I see somebody going through something and I want to pray for them or whatever, but to bring it home with you and deal with it for 2 weeks, that part of it I don't want. So I'm just like, um how do I prevent that from happening again? So I guess I'm in a learning process of how not to do that again. But every religion believe this book or burn in hell for eternity. I guess that's the name of the book. You have a beautiful saying. Thank you. So, thank you, Margarita. You helped me through cancer. I can never thank you enough. Cancer. Oh, okay. Okay. Praise the Lord for that. All right, Jay. Yes, same here. Thank you so much, you're beautiful. You have me crying with you. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I don't be trying to, and I try not to make a big deal. I be like, I come from a place where I feel like crying is weakness, especially if you grow up in a household where if you cry, people call, they say stuff like, look at you sitting over there crying like a fool and stuff like that. Is like crying is not acceptable. When you was a little kid, you get made fun of, or you gonna get, if you sitting over there crying, you gonna get a whooping because you sitting over there crying. That's the kind of situation like I grew up in. So when I became an adult, you feel like crying is like weak. And so yeah, in the midst of that, it's like sometimes I come on here, I don't care, I don't feel like crying because I sometimes I feel like I ain't talking to really anybody until somebody type in the chat. Because when I look at the screen, what I see is, I see me. I don't see an audience of people. If you understand what I'm saying. I'm not discounting that people are here and watching or whatever, but what I see is myself. So when I come on here and cry, it's easy for me to go ahead and get it out. And I feel better once I came here because I don't see anybody. I'm not in a room full of people. Thank you, Bug. Oh my goodness, I'm in tears hearing your journey and what you're going through. I have watched several of your videos and you're such a beautiful soul. Thank you, Creole. Um, so for me, um, and I'm literally telling you, there's a short, and you can see me. I got the cover over my head because I'm hiding. I don't want anybody to like see me crying. But I done been in situations at the cancer center before, especially on the day when when they told me that my cancer had spread. On days like that, like I don't care anything about who sees me crying right now because all I am is I'm so deep into me and where I am in this process and trying to get myself through this process. So it's like I ain't thinking about anybody around me. I don't care who sees my tears. I don't care who's standing there staring at me or know nothing. You know, of course, the nurses know on that day what your tears are about because they can see it in your file when you come in there and stuff like that. But yeah, it's like on those days, but yeah, y'all, the ones that understand. If you ain't never been through somebody trying to make you feel like garbage for your tears when you growing up and or whatever, you'll never understand it. I wish you love and healing. You are truly inspiring. My God bless you. May God bless you. Thank you very much, Diana Davidson, and tenfold back to you. And when I say tenfold back to somebody, I'm just saying whatever it is you asking God to do for me, if you even asking him just to bless me, point blank period. When I say tenfold back to you, whatever you asking him for me, I'm asking him to give it back to you 10 times what it is that you asked for me in his son's Jesus name. That's what that means. I really appreciate you. I thought I was going to give up after the 54th treatment. I just love you and your smiles. Thank you, Jay. Sometimes when I do videos and everything, it's like I feel like some people feel I feel abnormal because when I got to like 14, it was almost like it was unbelievable that I'm doing 14 rounds of chemo. And it just is what it is. And tomorrow will be, if the good Lord wake me up, tomorrow will be round 15. You know, I just am where I am, and I'm just like, am I? And so like, I need to go and look up some things and everything to see like where every any other person has been. Not that it makes any difference, but it just seems like it's like an abnormal thing. But now for Jay to say 54th treatment, whoo, girl, God bless you. I hope I never see that kind of a number. 54. Now I think my first 10 rounds, maybe 8 rounds of chemo, I ended up in the hospital. I lived in the hospital when I first started chemo. But those of you all who know, I'm on an aggressive form of chemo. Have been my whole time because I have pancreatic cancer. Um, the one that I was on before just had, ooh, no mercy on me. RJ, hey. I help homeless people and take people to SSN office or hospital. Why, Margarita? I used to do so. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna tell y'all about this. Because I used to drive for this company where I take people back and forth to their appointments and everything. Amen to that, Margarita. You helped me stay alive. Oh my goodness. Praying for healing. Thank you, Wanda, very much. Tenfold to you all that's um, just even saying God bless you. Thank you, George. Hate those memories. Absolutely. 8, hope you good luck. Now I'm on, actually tomorrow will be 15 for me. Number 8 was was everyone before 8 and beyond. Before, I lived in the hospital those times. I got all the videos are here on YouTube. How many times that I've been in the hospital? It took 54 chemo treatments. You got me through, man. You and God, yes. And I appreciate him using me to help you get through those points, even though I was going through my own thing. That's amazing. You have a great attitude. Thank you. I try to stay there, Margarita. So now when you come on here one of these days and I got a bad attitude, just remember all the other times that I done had a great attitude. Cause I can come on here and I can be angry on some days, but for, forgive me on those days. My good days outweigh my bad days. I did in my car. Hey friend. Hey Haywood. Hey, how you doing? Oops, I drove my car. Okay, so with you saying that, I actually had a story. A story when me and I took the kids on the train ride this last time. I took a Uber back home, and on that Uber ride, we went past. I went past a house where I used to pick this lady up, and this was 10 years ago, and I drove this lady, actually, to her cancer treatment. Um, wow, Jay, thank you so much for putting your testimony in here. Yeah, my body is still weak. I can imagine. Be bless this beautiful individual. Thank you, Marion. Okay, so let me tell my story. I ain't ignoring y'all because I love to talk to y'all in the chat or whatever, but I'm gonna tell this story. So I used to drive for this company, and I used to drive for it, the disabled. I absolutely love that. It was mostly people that was in wheelchairs and stuff like that. And occasionally, I would get somebody who was just fine. So this one particular day, I got this lady that I got to pick up, and we rode past her house when I was on the way from the train station. So I thought about this lady on that day, and but it's like you don't get to ask anybody about what's going on with them, but if they get in your car and then they want to start talking to you about the things they going through and everything, it's up to them. So you kind of like stay with them, because of the HIPAA law or whatever, how let the conversation like flow. You can't be all up in their business and everything, but if they tell it, they tell it. So she get in the car and we headed to this place over in Orlando, over on Orange Avenue. And I'm like, we get over there and she's telling me about she has cancer and she's not going to live much longer and everything. And in the conversation, because it had been a while since my mom passed away. So the way she was telling her story, she kept saying, my kids are going to be fine. My kids are going to be fine. And the more she kept saying it, she kept saying along with it was, she has them all squared away. You mean her house is paid for. She has cash saved up for them and everything. And it was just like, all I could see her saying was she was talking about materialistic things, that her kids are going to be good. But in my heart, because no matter what me and my mama went through, I lost my mama. And your mama is your mama. And there were some things that I loved about her, but there was a lot of things that I didn't like about her. But to lose your mom is a thing. And if you really, really love your mama and you ain't, everything ain't, single thing is not about you, things or stuff is the last thing that you thinking about when your mama passed away. So in my heart, and now that I'm in this situation, I look back at, I wasn't really judging her. My heart went out to her. But I thought about it in one way when I took her to the doctor's appointment on that day. And now I can see it in a different way. When you're going through something like this, the best thing that you can do is the last thing that you can do for your kids. And that is to make sure that they're squared away. You save up money to make sure that they taken care of when you no longer here. And I couldn't understand her on that day. But my heart went out to her kids and also for her having this cancer. So now I get her to this doctor's appointment, and she is somebody that, I got to help to the car. She's not in a wheelchair, but she weak. I didn't understand that weakness. She had a head wrap on her head. She didn't have hair like I did, like I do. So we get to the appointment. I parked the car right there to, get her on the inside of the building or whatever. And when she got out of the car, I got my hand around her waist to help her get up out of the seat. And I never expected when she got up out of the seat, she I had my hands around her waist to brace her to get up out of the seat. She put her hands around my neck to give me a hug. I didn't know what the hug was about or anything. And when she hugged me, tears just started to come from my eyes. But my tears, I know for sure, was because I instantly started praying for her kids, because I'm like, golly, they about to lose their mom, and all she thinking about is money and stuff being taken care of and this, that, and the other. Man, back then I didn't realize it, that I can feel other people's pain, or I, that kind of, all of this different kind of stuff or whatever, right? I get down the road, and just like in chemo 2 weeks ago, I can't make it to the next person's um I can't make it to the next person's pickup because I am a mess. So many tears was coming out my eyes. I had to pull my car over to the side, and I had to just sit there. So there is like you can communicate with other drivers that's out there. So it's like, I've never done this before, but I started to call on other drivers, and this one other driver had been in the situation that I was in before, and then she called other people, and we all was like on this call, and it's like I felt like I was so stupid because I'm feeling this way. I don't even know this lady or whatever, but all of them like got together and started talking to me, and just was like, Tashana, pull your car over, don't worry about that, you won't make it to the next person in time, just pull over to the side and have yourself a moment, cry it out. All of us done been through that. They've been doing this longer than I have. I just never, I done ran into some people. I don't even ran into taking a 18 or 19-year-old to her appointment, and her telling me that, she has this thing that she's not going to live for a year or whatever. I mean, it's different things, but some of them just don't get deep into their stuff or whatever. But I couldn't bring myself together for nothing in this world, and I boohoo cried so bad on that day. But it just has always being, it's like I can walk past somebody in the grocery store, and I can feel that they're not having, like, something's going wrong or whatever, and it's just like you just speak to them or whatever. I don't find myself sometimes in the store, it's like somebody going through something, I can feel it. And it's like I'll end up talking to them or whatever, and we'll hug on the aisle or whatever in the store. It's just like, but I've never had the experience where like I'll take it home with me, and I can't get rid of it like I did the last time that I was in chemo. So reminds me of the time I watched my brother pass away in my arms. He took a hunk of my heart. Jay, actually, you felt like at the time he took a part of it, but actually he put something in there, and you get to carry him everywhere that you go. And I think of it like this right here. At first we cry about everything, but we don't realize that these people left us with so many good memories and stuff behind. It's hard to get to them at first, and then you finally get to the place of where you think about all the funny things instead of the sad thing of them leaving you behind. Once you get down the road, you know what I'm saying? So even when I rode past that lady's house the other day, I found myself, because I don't think I can ever forget that. I prayed for her kids when she went there, and I even thought to myself, I don't even know if, because God can do whatever He decided to do. One thing it is, all of us here, we were all born, and it's inevitable that we gonna all leave this earth one day. We just don't know what day it's gonna be. So, but it's in His time, and that, it's already written. We just don't know the time or the day that it's going to happen. But when I rode past there, it's like I prayed for her and her kids when I went there, but it didn't make me like overwhelmed like I was last week. So it's like I'm going through this thing, and I'm going through a learning process. I'm still trying to learn what the purpose of this, because do I think cancer came along to take me out? Absolutely not. I feel like it's a purpose. It's like I done been through so many other things in my life. It's just like, and I always explain this in my videos. If you done been through so many things in your life, trust me, something else is going to come along, and it's going to be a little bit heavier than the things that you've already been through. And you have to look at it this way. Um, Thank you so much. It's like if you go to the gym, right? And you lifting weights. If you lifting 10-pound weights, after a while you're gonna feel like you ain't doing nothing at all, right? So then what you gotta do? You gotta add some more weights onto that. So now you're getting a workout, because the 10 pounds you had on there before, maybe you gotta put another 10 pounds or 20 pounds onto what you were already doing. And now you being tested again. So with all of the things that I've been through in my life, and trust me, there has been a lot. There's people that have been through far more than I've been through. And the stuff that I've been through, I don't want to even think about um, the harder things that people. And every now and then, it is good to hear like what somebody else been through, because then it puts you into the perspective was, well, you know, they say that if you had a table and everybody sitting at that table took all of their stuff and threw it out on the table, and y'all mix them up, and you'll be in there scrambling trying to look for your stuff and take it back because somebody else's stuff that's sitting at the table is far worse than yours. So sometimes I do like to hear other people's testimony to get me. Sometimes I do get to a place of where I feel like nobody else can't be going through what it is that I'm going through. And then I scroll through or something and watch what something done happened to somebody else, and I'm like, well, thank you God for the what it is that I've been through, because I haven't been through that right there. So do I think cancer came along to, there's a purpose and there's something for me to learn from it? Yes. But in the beginning, the videos are here. When I first came on here, I told him I'm angry with God right now. It's like, why haven't I already been through enough stuff? Why do I have to be going through cancer? That's where I started at. And I didn't want to hear nobody telling me nothing about, you don't question God about this and you don't question it. I'm gonna ask him why I need to go through this right here. And on top of it, he told me in his word that come unto me as a little child. Baby, I'm crawling on the floor. I ain't even crawling with my hands and knees. I'm crawling on my elbows like what it was, major pain. I'm crawling on my elbows or my forearms trying to get there, because I don't understand this. So you know, that's how that's how I went through my thing. I was angry in the beginning, and still on some days I don't understand some of the things that I go through, but I want to get it. I want to understand like why I'm here. I want to be able to say some things to encourage some other people. And really a lot of the times I'll tell y'all, not being like selfish or anything, I don't come on here trying to, hopefully that what I'm going through, it ain't in vain, that somebody else can hear what I'm going through and it encourages them to take the next, to carry on the next minute, the next second, or whatever it may be in their life. But when I come on here, I already said it from the beginning. This is like my diary, honey, my journal, where I come and journal what I'm going to journal, and say, to get it off of my chest, because it's heavy for me. And in the meantime, while I'm doing that, if I help somebody else, that's a bonus. That's a bonus for me. And so, and I feel like, too, it's like I'm coming on here talking. I don't come on here intentionally like helping anybody else. I'm just coming to tell my story and what's going on with me. And in the meantime, guess what? I'm telling y'all helping me get through what it is that I'm going through at the point. Sometimes I come on here boohoo crying, but by the time I leave from off of here, I'm in a whole nother head space when I come from off here. The burden has been lifted. I don't feel like I'm gonna go and lay in the bed all night long and stare at the roof, and I ain't gonna never go to sleep. I done had nights like that where I'm up still at 6. I'm still up 6 o'clock in the morning. The sun come up and I ain't got a wink of sleep. It just be like that. Blessings and healings, healings, healings. All right, say that thing out there. Thank you so much. Tenfold back to you. Thank you so much. Hey, fly girl. I ain't even see you come in. Baby, you have a purpose in this life. He still has work for you. And I'm so glad that you speak positive given your current situation. Thank you very much. Tashana, I'm so proud of you speaking life into folks. You have indeed come a long way. Yeah, Marjorie, no, I'll come on here and I'm saying my story about what's going on with me. What's going on with me? And I done had a lot of crying days. I mean, for cancer to come along and hit you, then you go. I mean, there's so many different stages that you can go through with cancer. It's like you get through one thing, and then it's like the next stage that you haven't experienced. Like with cancer, you know, at some point, your hair is going to go. Well, with the chemo I was taking before, my hair was leaving, but it was going that thing was going at a slow process. So I was like, well, child, it don't look like my hair gonna come out at all. Now, the next thing is I get switched over to this other chemo because I keep ending up in the hospital every single time. So it's like, and my doctor telling me, I want you to stay out of the hospital. I don't want you going back to the hospital, whatever. Now my next appointment I go to my chemo appointment, and they call the ambulance on me and take me to the hospital straight from there. Ended up being in the hospital for more than a week at that time. I had y'all at the hospital with me. So then you come to terms with that, and okay, they gonna switch my chemo up, and I'm gonna be on a different chemo, and then now this one that I'm on, this one's not going to affect the way that my food tastes. I can have ice cold water. I can have a cold drink. I don't have to worry about if I stick my hand in the refrigerator, I might get an electric shock, because I don't know if any of you all know. Anything you eating stuff like ice, drinking cold drinks and everything can send shocks through your body. You don't drink everything you drink at room temperature. If you get some food that it came in a can, that food gonna taste like that metal can that you took it out of. Just in general, nothing tastes the same. Everything is disgusting. Even water. Everything is nasty. So now I get to this new chemo, and oh my God, the taste buds and everything come back. I can have me a cup of ice cold water that I'm so thankful for. But for me to have all of that, now I'm finna lose all of my hair. So I start this new regimen on August 4th. Listen to how fast it happened. I got a head full of hair when this happens. August 4th, just August 4th that just passed. I start a new chemo regimen that allows me to not be in a wheelchair when I walk out of there. Um, I can talk when I walk out of there. I don't have to be asleep for 5 days after chemo. I don't have to be vomiting every 5 minutes. I don't have diarrhea every day, all day. But I got to give up something. By August 20th, the videos are here. I literally have strings of hair. And I find myself making fun of myself because, honey, the only thing I can equate it to, honey, your girl had Beetlejuice hair. within what that is, 16 days after starting this new chemo, I had hair like Beetlejuice. Little strings here, little strings there. The videos are here. This chemo took my hair fast, just like that. And before you know it, you're in a different process, and now you're crying about something else that came along, because this thing is forever changing something in your life. And then after a while, I don't realize that my eyebrows are now disappearing too. And my granddaughter came in and she looked at me and she said, Mom, you know you only got 7 eyebrows left. And at that moment, I realized your girl is losing her eyebrows. And now they're gone. And it's not really that like I'm insecure or whatever. But if you've never lived life without any of those things before, it's something that you got to get used to. It's like you're losing those things. And so I've never lived life without hair being on my head. I've never lived life without having eyebrows. I've never lived without them before. And so I don't know how that's going to make me feel or how I'm going to make it through that. But I'm here. Your girl is here. And it is okay that I don't have any hair on my head. And y'all know I got a scarf collection that I absolutely love to wear. But I also find it very freeing that I don't have no hair. So I don't know what like the next thing is gonna, and I'm not necessarily looking for the next thing, but there is no way in the world that I'm going through what I'm going through and my muscles in the gym ain't being worked out, baby. I'm going to be stronger and more powerful than I have ever been in my life once I get through what it is that I'm going through right now. And that is facts. I might have some moments of where I go down this way and then I'll be up this way. I'm going to have my days. But ultimately, where I end up is I'm going to be just what y'all said. I'm going to be blessed. Blessed. Thank you so much, Jay. You and we must never part. You and me as never part. Class. I know. Yeah, rated RJ. No, they know that's my movie right now. I love the movie Color Purple. No hair, don't care. That's right, Jenny. Okay, no hair, don't care. Hey, Diane. Hi, Alvi. I think I'm saying it right. Forgive me. No, when they switch to chemo, it is bad. No, when they switch to chemo, yeah, and it wasn't easy to get it switched because I told you at one point it was like my doctor was telling me everything was my fault. So they switched my doctor, they switched my chemo, and everything. So drop a W for this beautiful lady, y'all. Thank you, Grandma. I love your vibe right now. Thank you so much. Yep, going to Tony Atlas. You look you look good. Whoever that is. Now FGG, you know, when people come through and ask a question like that, for you to ask a question like that, it's telling us everything we need to know. It's like you got to be a little kid that be in here and you ain't never had no cat in your life. So since we think you a kid, you got to get out of here. Because you definitely wouldn't be asking that question if you had some before. Wait till you get there and you have that experience of what the kitty cat looks like, and then you know you can answer for all of us grown people that's over here. Okay. My cousin wears her head shaved. Oh yeah, and there are some people that I got a niece that she rocks a bald head, and she was like, when it was coming time for her, she was like one of my biggest cheerleaders. She was like, come on, Auntie, and come on over here with us. You gonna look good with a bald head. And so now we like, come here, bald head twin or whatever, you know. And then I have friends and stuff that I go around and, you know, they don't treat me any different, which I love that about them. So it's like, I already know what to expect. I go over to my friend's house. She got a husband there. He talked much crap or whatever. The first time he seen me without my hair, he was like, what up, twin? What up, bald head? You know, and so it's like, I still get to laugh with them. I don't get that thing where everybody trying to like sympathize with you or no nothing. I just give me some normalcy. When I go through that, even I tell them, this is like, for me, to like tonight is like the most upbeat live I have, talking about the cancer situation. And no matter how I try to get away from it, it's what I'm going through right now in life. So this is Life with Tashana over here, where life is like a box of chocolate. You never know what you're gonna get, because this is what my situation is right now. This is what I talk about. But this ain't the only thing that I like to talk about. I like to talk about a whole bunch of different things. It's like somebody can come in here and say something about how they day going or what's going on in their life or whatever, and I'll totally disappear from this right here and start talking about somebody else. Cancer is just one of the things that I've been through in life and what I'm going through in life right now. Above anything else, what I would love to be talking about is what my boy RJ keep talking about, is the garden. I love the garden. So many things that I can take and I can compare to what goes on out in the garden compared to what it is that I'm going through. And many as times as I say to y'all, my garden is a direct manifestation of what I'm going through in my life. I mean, everything out in my garden. And let me not say everything, because I told you I got a lot of fruit trees. I got a lot of mango trees. I at least got like 8 or 9 mango trees out there. I got quite a few banana trees that are growing bananas on them right now. I got lemon tree, grapefruit tree, orange trees, all that kind of stuff. I got strawberries. I have sweet potatoes planted, pineapples still out there growing and everything. And me putting myself inside of a box, when I say at some point, it looks like, if I say my garden is a direct manifestation, I'm looking at my garden and to me it looks like I'm dying, I'm leaving, um because there is nothing in my garden beds really right now. So everything looks small, but I can show y'all lately that my broccoli is up and coming. That's basically the only thing that I have planted out there. But me putting myself in a box, the only thing I look at as my garden is those things that I go out and like tend to every single day. But then God starts to show me, look at it, the whole thing is like you have a huge garden where you got all of this other stuff growing. I got okra plants in other places and stuff like that we still harvesting from and everything. And then I put myself inside that box, and only one day I walk out there and come to the realization, girl, your garden is thriving more than it ever has before. But I look in this one area and I only got, and even though everything, I can go out there right now and where it looked like it cleared out everything, I still have like 6 collard green plants that are now looking like I just planted them, and then they just putting out collard green leaves and everything everywhere. So at the end of the day, it was like I wanted to look at my garden and be like, this ain't a direct manifestation or whatever. And I couldn't see everything for what it actually is as a whole. So I can go back and look at it now and say, golly, everything looks so beautiful, where these mango trees was like this little at first, and now they so big. If I stood on one side of it, you can't see me through the other side of it. All of this different stuff. So it's just like but the garden is absolutely what I love. Over here we also call ourselves the high class gardeners, because I believe in growing at all times, whether it's here inside your heart, inside of you. That means you learning different stuff every day. You can see other people doing other things and you learn from them. Point blank period, growing. If you didn't know how to cook something on one day and you learn how to cook it the next day, that means you grew in some kind of way. We believe in growing on the inside, and we absolutely believe in growing on the outside. And when I say something as simple as that, a lot of people like to say, "Oh, gardening, that's a lot of work. That's a whole lot of work." And as soon as somebody say that, that's the soon as I'm going to interrupt what you saying, and I'm gonna cut you off when you get ready to say it. No, no, no. Now, if you doing it because you selling the stuff that you selling, that you growing in your garden and everything, okay, then that's gonna be a lot of work for you. But when you going out and you doing gardening, and you doing it because it's something that you just enjoy, and I ain't saying trying to go and do what everybody else do, because I never put a lot of pressure on anybody who trying to start and they just want to grow. And you can ask anybody who's learned any of that um, from me. I'm 49 years old. Um, Me, I start out simple as, if you're a person that goes to the store and you eat salad, if tomatoes is a part of your salad, when you cut that tomato up, you're gonna have so many seeds on the plate or the cutting board or whatever, or in the bottom of that bowl or whatever when you finish cutting. More than enough seeds that you can count. And all I'm saying to you is, instead of pouring them down into the garbage disposal or throwing them in the garbage, go take the bowl or whatever it was in and sling it somewhere in your backyard where you don't really walk around, whether it's close to the house or whatever. Throw it on the ground. And I'm going to tell you, that's how easy it is for you to be encouraged. Because I'm telling you, there's some things that's out there in the garden that you wouldn't even. You know what? Somebody said to me one time, it started in the garden. And when they said it started in the garden, it was like, no wonder the garden is such a great place. But let me tell you something. You throw those seeds down on the ground, there's not a lot. Actually, there's nothing you need to do past that point. When I tell you, God will take care of those things. They got a mind of their own, right? You can go on about your day. You don't never go back there. But I guarantee you, if you throw those tomato seeds on the ground, something's going to happen where you end up walking in the place where you threw those tomato seeds on the ground. And when you walk past it, you're going to look down at it and you're going to be like, what is that right there? And it's a whole bunch of them growing in the same place. And then it's going to hit you. That's those tomato seeds that I throw down there on the ground, right? So you hear that excitement right there? That's only the first part right there. But then you walk out there again, and before you know it, those tomato leaves got these big old leaves hanging on it. And now they looking like, honey, I did that right there. Now they done grew to a whole nother stage. Then you go out there another day, and you still ain't doing anything to them, but they growing. Which is the same thing we do. Some days we don't do nothing. We just roll with the roll of life in some kind of way. We still keep on growing, right? Now you walk out there on another day and you see yellow on that tomato plant. Because you know when that yellow come on there, that means, baby, we about to get a tomato. We about to get a tomato. Um, Now your tomatoes done start to grow on them. And ain't no way in the world you finna turn away from your tomato plant. This is your baby now. And it's just as easy as that. And now what you gonna get is tomatoes off of this plant. But this tomato is not going to taste like the tomato that you bought from the store. This tomato is going to taste like somebody sprinkled some magic in there or something. Because I'm telling you, the things that you grow yourself, if you think stuff from the grocery store tastes good, ain't got nothing on what you grow at your house. The same thing I tell you, if you got a farm somewhere around where you live and they have chickens, if you eating eggs from the grocery store, cook an egg from the grocery store and a egg from somebody's farm that came from their chickens that they got in the backyard. It ain't the same. So I'm telling you, it's just as simple as that. But what I just gave you was an example of a tomato plant. They got cucumbers over there. They got bell peppers over there. We talking about in the fresh food section. All of these things that y'all cooking and stuff with, you got the potential to regrow it. You ain't got to go and buy no seeds or no nothing. You cut that bell pepper open, you take them bell pepper seeds, sling them out there in the backyard and let them do what they do. Before you know it, you will have bell pepper plants everywhere. You go and buy a stalk of celery, sit the stalk in some water and let it grow some roots on it and go and stick it back in the ground. There is so many things that you get over in the fresh vegetable section that you can regrow. Trust me, I've done it. I got a what you call that? Tootie, what's the tree that I got back there in the back? Uh, Pomegranate. I got a pomegranate tree that I grew from the grocery store. Uh, Actually, I got about six of them. I don't remember the numbers right now, but I got several pomegranate trees. I done grew a peach tree from the grocery store. I got several apple trees around in my yard that I grew from the grocery store. Lemon seeds grow myself. I'm just giving you an example of things that you can grow. And I'm telling you, I'm not telling you to go out there. I didn't say one time to you, you got to go out there and you got to scuff up the ground around it. You got to pull the weeds and stuff around it. All of that stuff will come with time, because guess what? It's just like you going out there and like your mind can be in such disarray. And for you to go out there and take a chair and sit down next to your plants and everything, and you pull the weeds out of what from around them, it has like a meaning to it. And it's like when you're pulling those weeds from around your plant that you have there, it's almost like you pulling destruction or weeds out of your real life. When I tell you, see, I can go on and on and on about the garden all day long. And that's why that's most of the time what I'm crying about is like I can't make it to my garden. But right now I know God got me at a slow pace right now. God knows I want to go out there and have everything done. But things are not in position for me to go out there and go full throttle. I don't even have the strength to go out there and go full throttle. But um, I want my garden to be finished at this time. You know, right now I don't have the finances to go and do everything. You know, everything is so high. I gotta buy soil to cover all of my beds, and I have, woo, I must say, I probably got about 200 feet of raised garden beds that I need to resurface, all with soil. They are all filled in with mulch and everything, but they need to be resurfaced. They need new soil there. And we used to have a place here in Orlando where you could go and get free garden soil. And I don't know what happened to that situation, but it's no longer available. And even if I did have it right now, I just told y'all my car broke down or whatever, so I wouldn't be able to do it. So I have to get the soil in whenever I get it and move along. But I also know that I'm in a place of where I'm moving slow and getting to what it is that I need to get to. And I'm fine with that. I just joined this chat, but I love your groove. Thank you, Just the Queen here. Um, your 6 foot of head. Thank you, girl. I was called Banana Head because I would wear the super comfy yellow knit hat when I had my chemotherapy. Honey child, tell you, there's somebody I'm finna get back used to wearing something on my head, because when I tell you that cold air hitting this head, it hit different. I was trying to sleep the other night and it just, here in Florida it's only like in the 50s or whatever. But when us Floridians get to the cold start to come in, honey, we be around here like it be snowing and stuff around. We used to that heat right here. Yeah, well, okay, Margarita. You love gardening. That's great to know. I like banana head. I live near the Space Center. Really? Let me tell you something. Where I live at, are you here in Orlando, Margarita? Um, Over here where I stay at, when the space shuttles go off, it's just like I'm right in front of the Space Center. I mean, it's like we can see it clear as days. We have some of the most beautiful pictures of the shuttles and stuff, the rockets going up. That what I said. When I said, Grandma, when you said, no, don't say that. What they said, what I must have said that about the Beetlejuice house. I'm coming over, girl. Hey, Miss Parker. Y'all know I be behind in the chat. I wish I could rap to you and give you a giant hug. Oh, Jenny. Uh, don't say what I concur. When she said what she said about the flower. When she said about the flowers. what I said about the flowers. I don't even remember what I said. I wish I had a rap machine. Uh, Hey, MD69, none I love. I could listen to your positivity all day and night. I don't have cancer as far as I know. Yeah, child, you ain't got it. If there ain't nobody said it to you, you ain't got it. You free and clear. Yes, yes, you free and clear. And you have more positivity than I do. I hope you rub off on me. I hope I do too, but none I love. Listen, I can be very, very positive, but trust and believe. I am a, I don't even know how to say it. I done been through a lot of stuff, and I have a lot of anger built up inside of me that I definitely try to control and make sure that it don't go off on people that didn't cause it or any of that stuff. So that's a work in its own self. But I can promise you on days, and you probably haven't seen any of those because I have them in my members only and stuff. You know, sometimes I've been real angry, and there's some people done seen me punch some doors, and I done cuss some people all the way out. I have days that I'm there, and we are all human, and so we all go through those days, and it's just like I don't erase those days either because I want people to understand that I am very human. Like I said, what I'm going through on the day when I come on here is what you gonna get. And some of those days ain't that good. Hey, Jay Bush, and Jay Bush one of those people that know that because sometimes he'll come through here naming some songs and I'd be like, I don't want to sing Jay, but he keep on naming those songs, and before you know it, I'll be singing and I'll be in a different place than what I am. So as long as you don't stay in that place, none I love, then you gonna get there. You gonna get there. Don't, cause you don't want some of the stuff that I be saying, cause yeah. Yeah, I could. Hey, I'm like sometimes I could be like a Sour Patch Kid. When I'm good, I'm good. But boy, when I'm bad, I'm bad. I'm bad. I'm bad. Yeah, sometimes. Ooh, yeah, child. We try to leave. You know, we call that person. You don't want to let the beast out. You know the beast. Let me tell you something. That beast came out one time, and I couldn't get back to where I wanted to be for a long time. It's hard to put her away once she come out. You know, so I try to stay away from being that. But this is my most thing. But you know, in life, every day is not a good day. Every day is just not a good day. But you human. Keep on living, honey. I mean, and I wish I had a rap machine if I show up and give you a hug. All right, dear. Um, oh, Jenny, you know you and you will get it. You know what? Just as sure as you need it, somebody will show up, and when that person shows up and they give you a hug, they'll be like, Tashana prayed for that person to come along to give me a hug. That's what I did, Jenny. And you will know that come from Shauna. Yeah, the next time you get you a tomato, throw them tomato seeds outside in the yard. And I don't want to hear no people telling me nothing about. But I live in an apartment. I don't care nothing about your apartment. Where there's a will, there's a way. Hell, if they even got just a little space in between the sidewalk thing, throw them tomatoes in there. Grow something. Put you some pots along the side of your walkway, and throw you some seeds in there. It will be original, no imitation. Right? Yes, the eggs are lighter and fresh. Absolutely. I'll eat a tomato like an apple. Me too. Me too, Jay. Me too. Just give me a salt shaker. Back in the days when we was little kids, we used to take a piece of foil paper and sprinkle a little salt in there and a little pepper. Make you a salt and pepper shaker. A salt and pepper shaker of your own. Fold that foil paper up and take that tomato and sit outside on the step and eat it just like apple, just like you said. I just subbed to this channel because you are a beautiful, positive, and intelligent woman. Thank you, None I Love. Thank you for subscribing to it. And that's all you got to do is hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell to all, so that when we make a live over here or we make a short, then it'll send you a notification so that then you can come over here and join. And that's all it takes for you to be a high class gardener. And those of you know, I don't usually tell people a lot to hit the like button. You may see my moderators in the chat reminding you to hit the like button. But I always say this right here. If you come over and you're watching the live or whatever, hit the like if you like what you see, because sometimes I go to people's channels and I watch their videos and I don't stick around and watch stuff that I don't like. Sometimes I forget to hit the like button because where it's positioned that in there. And so sometimes when I leave from out of there, I don't be done hit the like button, only because, not because I don't like what it is that I'm saying. It's just I forgot it and it's out of sight and really out of mind. And so sometimes I have to go back to those people channels and hit it. So that's the only reason that I remind people to hit the like button for me when you come over here. You know, it's up totally your choice. But in my opinion, I hate when people start off a live and then they saying hit the like button, hit the like button. I don't even know if I like this junk, so I'm not finna hit the like button, you know. So me, I kind of go along the same way. Same here. Tomatoes are awesome. Yes, yes, yes. I love me a tomato. Do you love it when spice comes in your face and marries you? Bye, Dallas. You're bold. Why you say I'm bold? Or did you mean this? Or did you mean you coming through trying to be so funny? See, I'm gonna leave you right there. You said you're bold. Ha ha ha. Absolutely, I am bold, but I think your slow self meant to say that I'm bald. And still, in that aspect, you still ain't hurt my feelings. I look in the mirror every day at me, and I know I don't have any hair. But bald is spelled BALOD. But you said I'm bold. And then you laughed about it. It don't pay to be slow, do it. I'm eating some apple slices with peanut butter. Oh, that sounds like something my kids be eating. Okay, let me see. Somebody put a bunch of eggs in the chat. Hey, beautiful, you sing, right? Yeah, I be singing, Angela. Sometimes I just okay then. Let me get rid of Jax. You putting all them eggs in the chat. We not doing it. Gotta keep reading that junk over and over again. Well, seeing it over and over again. Okay. Let me see. I answered Angela. She said that I sing, right? Yep, from time to time I do be singing, especially if a song follow. Usually everything that come through the chat, I be it give me a song to sing. George Foreman. I look like George Foreman. Oh my goodness. I might be his daughter. Let me quit. Anyways, try in. You gonna have to try better. You gonna have to do better than that. I ain't gonna even delete you. I'm gonna let you stay right there because you thought you did. You thought you did something. Thanks for sharing your truth and sharing your journey. You're welcome. You're welcome. Hello, host. It's always a great pleasure stopping by to see you on your channel. You are my favorite. Thank you, Jay Bush. Thank you. You one of my favorite people to show up in the chat too, because you be putting. Sometimes you show up right in time to get me out of some place that I'm stuck in, and something. Who would have known that something simple as you just coming through putting a song or something in the chat that just totally changed where you at the time. Be right back getting some soup. Okay. I'm so moved by your story, honey. Well, thank you. I have you have a channel too. Okay, then Grandma 3, I have to come and check you out. And you will know that I've been over there. Right, Jay. So bold. I'm bald too. Bold and bald. Hey, Corinne. Right, bold, bald, and bold all at the same time. Right. This is um Angel Cupcake 21. I think we sang together on. Really? We sang together on Star Maker. Yeah, I'd definitely be over on Star Maker singing. You have an awesome voice. Small world. What in the world? What are the chances? And I actually told from time to time I tell some of my people that I go over on Star Maker. I haven't been over there in a very, very long time. Golly, Angel Cupcake, I gotta go back over there now. But absolutely, that's me. Thank you though, very, very much. But I tell my people over here sometimes that I go over on Star Maker, and I be singing over there. That's one of the things I like to do. But along that, and truth be told, like I'm away from it like right now, because sometimes like it's a struggle to know like your voice was in this one place, but then it's like in the next place. And so now it's like I'll be trying to get back to that place of where like I enjoy singing like I used to before. Now once I get over there and then I start, like sometimes my sister will call me and she'll be like, "Girl, let's go get on Star Maker or whatever." And once I get into it, it's like I'm back into my thing and I'm loving everything about what I do. But it's just like then when I get around here, it's like me just being around in my normal self, like I feel like and I can hear it in my voice that, it's changed a lot, but it's still there. And I need to, that's another thing that I need to just learn to appreciate, that I still have the voice and everything. But yeah. All right, Angela, I gotta come over there. I might have to come over there when I get off of here. um Bald is good, LOL. Less problems. Okay, Jenny. Okay. I would have never figured it out. Right, Korea, you'd had to do a whole bunch of stuff and trying to figure out what that meant. Get me some homemade oxtail soup. Oh Lord, girl. Hi, Elaine. Yes, I'm in the Firehouse family. Okay, I know just who you talking about. I even had told him. I told him that the owner of Firehouse. I told him that I was over here on YouTube, and I even told him that he would be good on YouTube to just come over here and talk like the way he be doing over there, on there. But yeah, this is definitely me. I definitely know who you are. um, I want I want to hear you sing, please. What can I sing? I stepped away too. Life is busy. Absolutely, it is busy. If you're George Foreman, then I'm Mr. Clean. Hey, on the last live I did, somebody called me Mr. Clean, and I'm like, sometimes people think they be doing something, and then in the meantime, while they calling you Mr. Clean, then they never know that probably within the next 16, 15 days they could be Mr. or Mrs. Clean too at the same time. But it's just like people don't have anything else better to do with their life. But honey, you should think about it before you come over here, because I done been through so much in my life. I don't know many things that I can say to you that you're going to be able to say to me, and you're going to have me boo-hoo crying. You might get cussed out now. You might get cussed out, and you might end up being the one with your feelings hurt. But, you calling me names and stuff like that, you gotta come harder than that. You gotta do something better than that. And be careful of what you playing with while you playing. Cause I ain't gonna tell you that it's gonna come out good for you. You're so pretty. Thank you, Stacy. See you later. Going to bed. So good to see you. Thank you, Angela, for coming through. I appreciate that. I'm gonna have to come over there and join one of your songs over there in Star Maker. For sure. Don't be surprised you wake up tomorrow and then they give you a notification that I came and joined one of your songs just for memory's sake. I ain't been over there in a minute. So yeah, people are mean. Jay, pick a song, please. Yeah, I can't think of nothing like right off the bat that I would come out with and just sing. Let me think. Daughter, what should I sing? Hey, TT. My channel name is Life is Hard. Oh, wow. Life is Hard 2022. Okay. It's late. I didn't get no notification, but it's good to see you. It's good to see you too, as always. Whitney Houston. Okay, what which give me one. Let me see. New hair. Hey, Ray of Sunshine. That's a nice name to have. How are you? Thank you for coming through to check us out over here. Um, I never called I never called you names. I hope not, but except for my name. I hope you didn't take any offense. Mm-mm, none. I'm definitely gonna be watching you. Thank you, thank you. I gotta remember that you said I ain't even got no piece of paper over here. Life is hard. 22. I usually have me a pencil, a pen and paper by me, but I'm gonna remember that. If I don't remember it this time, don't charge it to me, cause that fog brain is something else. So I got several things that I said I'm gonna do when I get off here. So I'm gonna try to remember yours first when I get off of here, and then I will go over to Star Maker. Um, I will always love you. Let me see. How does that song go? Um, I'm trying to think of how that song first starts out. Brain fog is definitely a thing when you're going through chemo. And so it's like um I don't know about that. Just popped up on my feed. Lord says, "Stay right here." Oh my gosh. Well, thank you. Hey, Lord. Hi, Lauren. Too cute. Okay. I remember it played in Hangover. I envy you because you are so strong. Um, I'm just gonna start here because that's where I think is like, um, and I hope you have all you dream of, and I will always love you. I will always love you. Okay. Okay. Um, Let me see. Another one of hers. I wanna dance with somebody. I wanna feel the heat with somebody. Yeah, I wanna dance with somebody. With somebody who loves me. How did I know that you would have a beautiful voice? Thank you, thank you. It's just sometimes when I don't sing over here, it's like it doesn't hit me. But I'm telling you, it's like some nights that I be over here. Thank you so much. Some nights when I be over here, it's just a matter of the conversation we be having, and it's like that's all my brain think of is just singing a song. It's like you could say one you could say one word, and then I'm one word will lead to one song. Is like Color Purple is like one of my favorite movies of all time, and so one of my songs is Sister, you've been on my mind. Oh, sister, we're two of a kind, so sister, I'm keeping my eyes on you. I bet you think I don't know nothing but singing the blues. Oh, sister, have I got news for you? something. I hope you think that you're something too. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. We are all something. And I hope you think that you're something too. Because if you don't think it, then who else gonna think it? Who else gonna do that? But y'all, I love The Color Purple, my favorite song. Yes. That's one of my favorite songs. What you doing that for? I think I could watch that movie and I literally, me and my sister will sit there and we'll talk the whole movie. You gonna sit at the head of your own dinner table and let this nappy girl talk to you? Like we can talk the whole. Hey Dale, your spirit is so bright. Hey Kristen, I'm new. I'm a new one here. Will you sing somewhere? I don't really know somewhere over the rainbow, but I know it's somewhere over the rainbow, way up high. And I think I sung the wrong words, but yeah, yeah, I don't know. On folk and them, I don't know. I don't know what that means. Do you know any gospel songs? Absolutely, I know. Uh, Let me see what gospel song. I whisper words about you endlessly, mostly to myself, 'cause you make me believe no one could ever love me like you could. There wouldn't be a day I'd be alone. Never would there be a time I didn't know. 'Cause no one could ever love me like you could. 'Cause you have been the one who fulfilled my dream. I'll never let you go. If you stay with me, I promise you would know of all the times I've reached out for you. Oh, can't you see how I adore you? I couldn't spend my life without you. There was no one who could love me like you do. That's CC Wining's No One. Yeah, but I know I have so many songs inside of my head. TT is Mr. Shona from the Shy. No, I'm from Florida. I'm in Orlando, Florida. You were singing with me, okay? The words are correct. I was okay then. I don't really know that song. Like I done heard it a whole bunch of times, but I ain't heard it enough times like to get the lyrics and everything. Goodness of God, the goodness of um. I know that song. That's by CC Winans too. Um, Singer. No, she's not. You have a beautiful voice. Thank you, Tiffany. You got that. You got that voice, child. Beautiful voice. And I told y'all. I told a lot of people. A lot of my subscribers know that. My mom was a singer. She cut a few albums. Before she passed away. And so I grew up around singing always. I always been in the choir. I always been a leader in the choir. Um, yeah. And after that point right there, I always was over on Star Maker almost every single day and singing over there. I love to sing, but just cancer changes a lot of things, and sometimes your voice, and sometimes you like your biggest critic, sometimes, and that's still the same thing with me. Sometimes I hear things and I'm just turn myself into a car singer instead of Auntie Marvin Gaye or James Brown. Baby, I got sick this morning. Let's see what's storming inside of me. Yeah, I'm gonna be over here flag. The only way I got past cancer is I had to lose my leg. It was the only way I could be healthy. But even with the stubby, I'm happier because I'm physically feeling better. Now that's a testimony. Sometimes you do have to lose stuff. You do have to lose some. Sometimes you know what? Fantasia got a song. You gotta sometimes you gotta lose to win. You winning right now, Jenny. You winning. Stay right there, girl. Okay, Orlando. I spent my senior year in high school in St. Pete. Hey, come through. St. Pete, Florida. Okay, okay. Yeah. Yep, that's where I am in Florida. Um I would love to just hang out with you because I know that you would be a firecracker and I would enjoy myself. People be saying so sometimes I just have regular old conversation and some people be saying that like I be funny and stuff like that. Especially I be talking to my niece sometimes. She think I be making jokes and I just be saying how I truly feel about something. No shade, no nothing. It's just is what it is, and I honestly don't be trying to be like funny about it. But hold on, a change is coming. Don't worry about a thing. Hold on, change is coming. Hold on, don't worry about a thing. Yeah, trust God, He brings us through. Amen. Your voice is still beautiful. Thank you, Al Green. Um, Let me think of what Al Green be saying. Um, Nothing from Al Green don't cross my mind right now. I can't even think about it. Like I'm in the fall. My mother had stage 4 lung cancer. I'm telling you, going through that bring me closer to the Lord. I'm praying for your healing. Absolutely. Let me tell you something. Just going through it, I know anybody that been graced with it or came through. And when you look at it, you can be like, that's such a horrible thing. But just hearing you say that, ray of sunshine, what the devil meant for bad, God turned it around for the good. Because whatever it was, it brought you closer in a relationship with God. And I don't think I can't think of nothing that can be bad about that right there. Nothing at all. But I find it I don't think that anybody can really be around somebody that been through cancer and it doesn't change like something in you. You don't see the world like different. That's what I think about it. I'm from Port St. Lucie. Grandma, you right. You was right up the road from me. You probably been around us. I'm from Vero Beach. And you know Vero Beach and Fort Pierce, them. You heard what I say? I say Fort Pierce. You in Port St. Lucie, same thing. You know, they right next to each other. Yeah, I'm from Vero Beach. Better known as I know you know about Gifford. I definitely if you from Port St. Lucie, Fort Pierce, and all in that area, you got to know about Gifford. That's where I'm from. Where is Shalissa? Working, working, and she over on TikTok too. So she be back and forth. She be back and forth with different things. But if you don't see her over here, she be over on TikTok too, and working all her 50 million other jobs that she got. Shalissa is she chasing a bag right now. She chasing her bag, whichever way the best way that is coming. So, but she still be around. Please sing happy birthday to me. I'm turning 68 tomorrow. A few notes is good. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. birthday, Dale. All the best to you. Thank you, Magic Cat. I walk better with my prosthetic. I could get kicked in the shin, and I just laugh. Oh, I hear that, Jenny. I'll run into something. Um, let's stay together. Hey, let's stay together. Loving you whether times are good or bad, happy or sad. Why? Why do people break up? Oh, then turn around and make up. It's all right with me. Thank you for being you. You're a true warrior. Thank you, baby girl. Your voice is a godsend. Thank you. What I was there last week 3 times. What I was there last week. I ain't been to Guilford. It's been about a year or something. I still got family. Sorry about that. I got a phone call. Oh, sorry y'all. But I got a phone call. I'm sorry that I was interrupted right then, but thank you. What I was there last week, yeah, it's been a long time. It's been a minute since I've been there, like a year. Do you have a top 3 favorite songs? I can't even think of them right now, but one thing, let me see. I think no, I ain't really got no favorite song. I just love songs, point blank, period. I have all kind of genres of music. I have rap music, country music, gospel music. I love R&B music. Is like my favorite genre that there is right now. And I take a lot of songs from the R&B and a lot of songs, what somebody else may be singing within a song, the song doesn't mean the same for me. Sometimes songs speak to me in the place that I'm in, and I don't care what kind of song it is. God can take a song that is secular and minister to me through that secular song, and that may not make sense to a lot of people, but then again, you ain't got the same. My relationship with God and your relationship with God, 2 different things. So I don't try to make it make sense to nobody else, but that's how music is. Music is like a ministers to me, point blank, period. Now I ain't talking about all them ratchet songs that be doing all of that cussing and talking about some of the songs do have cuss words in it or whatever, but you know what I'm talking about. Not that stuff that be talking about like your booty and all of that kind of stuff. Yeah, that stuff don't speak nothing to me. Yeah, I saw that last week that I was so close to you. You're beautiful. I'm subscribed. Thank you very much. I'll be tuning in. Got to get to bed. Good night. Good night. Thank you for coming through. This child of mine has school in the AM. I really enjoyed myself. I'll be back. Thank you. We gotta connect for real. Okay. I'm not a TikToker. Yeah, I got a TikTok over there, but I don't really be using it or whatever. I do from time to time. I got a couple of videos over there. Happy birthday. Love, enjoy your special day. That's right. My birthday is today. Thanks for the song. Happy birthday to you, Margarita. Happy birthday. You should have told me that a long time ago. Well, shout out to you and Dale. Happy birthday. And I hope you enjoyed your birthday. You got 1 more year. You made it. You made it. Sunshine, thanks for subscribing, right? You drink a lot of I'm not a drinker. A lot of fizzy. Yeah, I'm not a drinker, so I don't know what that means. Like, will I have a wine cooler sometime? But listen, at this time in my life, it's like I'm not finna drink. No, I'm not even finna drink no wine cooler. I'm too scared, because I'm already on this chemo, and Charlotte do enough to me. I don't need to feel nothing else they got to do with my legs. And the one thing about me is I drink one wine cooler and my legs already be feeling funny. So I'm definitely not a drinker. And the fact that my legs already got enough stuff going on just from this chemo, honey, I don't need no fizzy, no fuzzy, and none of that other stuff right now at this time. Okay. I can fall asleep to your voice. Everybody be saying that. I'm pretty sure Korean up in here probably done fell asleep on the live, because that's what she be coming over here for me to talk her to sleep. I wish I had some stories to read. I'll be on here reading books at nighttime. Sad nothing can come between us. Sade. Nothing can come. Nothing can come between us. I love Sade. I've been off social media for a long time and had no clue. Really. Gladys Knight, Patty. Look at that. See, there go Jay. There go Jay again. I'm gonna get ready to get off of here. Um, yeah, it's Gladys Knight, Patty LaBelle, Bobby Womack, Regina Bell. Oh my God, this is love. This is love. Ooh, I think I'm falling for you. This is love. Oh, oh, I think I'm falling for you. Yeah. Look, Jay always throw one of those up there that I just can't resist. Take your phone call. Yeah, you know Whiskey Lullaby by Brian Paisley. No, I'll look it up now. I know Tennessee whiskey. Any Angie Stone. Oh my God. I love Angie Stone. But y'all, listen, y'all keep those songs in mind. And the next time we come on, then we're gonna do that. I need to probably do a live one of these days where I just come on here and sing. But also too, invite y'all over to Star Maker to come over there, and y'all can request all the songs I have. And even though like I can't remember, I can pull them up, because it's like Star Maker is karaoke over there. It is fun just to be over there to do karaoke. You don't know the songs, but you join the songs and give you the words or whatever. And I can know the beat to the song or whatever, and then they give you the words with it, so I can put it together then. But yes, Angie Stone is definitely one of them. My grandparents lived in Okeechobee, and my dad used to take me all over Central Florida. Grandma and three are mentioning my places we would go. Great memories. Yes, yes. I'm surprised to see all these people that been in Florida up here. For what does it profit a man to gain the world and forfeit his soul? Mark 3rd. Thank you, Crove Productions. Thank you for coming to put. I didn't see anybody else. I usually love it when somebody comes through and put a that's food for the soul. Mark 8 and 36. Thank you very much for that Bible verse in here. Thank you very much. I love Jelly Roll. Um Please come join us again. Yes, thank you, love. Happy birthday. Do you like Les Flores and Minnie Riperton and any of that soft and uplifting type music? Magic Cat. Yes, I do. When I tell you any song that's like slow and like can make you think and just yeah, I love all of that kind of stuff. So yes, I do love that. I'm still here. Love Sade. Yes, I do. JS Patti LaBelle, seeing her in concert. Um Thoughts on the I don't know what that is, Sean. What Star Maker? Star Maker is an app. If you go to your app store, it's the app that's in there that allows you to do karaoke from home. And I am on that app, and you can go to any of my things and you can listen to, like, I have songs that are recorded on there. I have a lot of songs that are recorded on there. Just like, and you can even go over there and you can make you a playlist over there of people who you like the way they sing or whatever, and you can listen to them sing it versus you listening to like the original person sing it or whatever like that. So it's like a app like that. And like if you like to go to different places and do karaoke, which is something that me and my sisters love to go and do to certain places, even though I haven't been that many times, but I absolutely love it during those times that we do go, to go and sing karaoke, and we just take over the whole building and sing all of the songs. But yeah, it's just like something it, and more so it was like one of the things that I loved doing during the time that COVID was here. And so you really couldn't get out and go do nothing, so it was the thing to do. I was on there every single day back then. But yes, it is an app, and my name over there is the same thing that it is over here, Life with Tashana. What's the link for Star Maker? Only thing I can do is go in your Google Play Store and just put Star Maker, and it'll pop up there. You'll see it. But yeah, it's really easy to go over there and do. I haven't been over there in a long time, and just like with everything else, they be changing up little things at a time. But it's pretty easy to like find people over there and stuff like that. So, but you'll see me. It won't be the same face I got when I started Star Maker. I probably got a picture over there. I got dreads in my hair, but I need to change all of my pictures. Just update them as to where I am right now and who I am. So, but yeah, I'm over there. You'll still be able to tell that it's me. Um, I look like Lord of all mine, except for I have stuffs of hair. You need to stop, girl. You need to stop, Jenny. Thank you for gifting me with your beautiful voice. I'm turning in. I have my infusion treatment tomorrow. Good night, everyone. Sweet dreams. Dale, may your appointment go absolutely beautiful tomorrow, and your infusion uplifts you. I got chemo tomorrow. My own self. Mr. Clean Jelly Bean. I'll take it. YN. Do you have the same name? Yes. Night to Shauna. Good night, Jenny. I will check it out. Okay then. I was planning on going by my local church, the Immaculate Conception here in Old Town San Diego, to a light and candle for my very bad anxiety this week. I will light one for you too. Much love. Now, see, Magic Cat, had you said something about that, we are being in a whole nother conversation. Maybe you should come over here one night and we talk about anxiety. I actually have a couple of videos on here about the anxiety that I went through. And at one point in my life, I've had really bad anxiety where I backed into a corner, feeling like I'm at the last day of my life, in that corner and barely hanging on. So I know a little something about that, but we don't got to talk about it tonight. But I definitely, with you saying that, I will definitely put you in my prayers, and thank you for lighting that candle for me. And whatever you ask God for me, I ask Him to give it back to you 10 times as much as you asked Him for me. So that's something like we can talk about that night. That's something that I have a little bit of understanding of. I definitely have been through. I definitely have been through that. So, you know, I see you, you see me. Just know, we can talk about that. But you all, I really appreciate y'all for being here and us having the conversation that we had tonight. I really enjoyed you all. I really do. This has been Life with Tashana, where life is like a box of chocolate. You never know what you're going to get. We are also known as the high class gardener. Now, why you got to be a high class gardener, Miss Shauna? Because over here, we garden and we grow stuff over here, but we don't mess around with no snakes, no bugs, no worms, and definitely no frogs. Now, how you gonna be a gardener, Miss Shauna? You don't mess around. You heard what I said. We grow food over here, and we grow in real life, but we don't play around with none of those things. And you know how sometimes in real life people show up in those forms. We don't mess with those kind of people either. We'll pray for you, but we don't mess with you like that. And maybe you can come around and then you can be a high class gardener too. But That's how we roll over here. And if you would like to be a high class gardener, then all you have to do is hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell to all, so that you can be notified when we get ready to go live or we place a short almost on a daily basis. And you, my friend, can be a high class gardener too. And if you would like, please don't forget to hit the like button on your way out. And you say you like to grow worms. You know, you can still be a high class gardener too now, because see, we gotta have somebody over here that know how to get rid of those things or whatever when they come along over here. So you know what I'm saying. Um, you'll be all right. You can be a high class gardener. He all right. Crazy Paul, why you feel like you doubt I doubt you garden? You ain't gotta doubt me. All you gotta do is scroll back through my page and you can see where I do a lot of garden. TT, they was all right there. You could have let them live just a little bit longer. But be careful over here. But yeah, you don't have to doubt that, Crazy Paul. That's crazy that you even thought that. Why would I be on here and have to lie about me being a gardener? I have more than 1,000 videos on here where I garden. That's the main thing that I do. So don't doubt me. Just go and look it up. Just go and look it up. That's all. I'm definitely coming back. Just signed up for your notifications. I won't miss a beat. Thank you so much. I'm gonna come over there and check you out too. Hi. The devil is a lie. Okay. Let me see. Paul, all you got to do is open up your eyes, go to my shorts, and scroll through. There's at least 1,000 videos there of me out working my magic in the garden. And then you don't have to be so crazy, Paul. You would be enlightened. And there's a lot of lessons out there for you. But okay, y'all, that's enough. Good night. Love y'all. See you next time.